to the Bears Den at Bryan High School as we are anticipating a boys league basketball matchup between the Swanton Bulldogs and the Bryan Golden Bears. Dom Malanga, Brian Arnold on the call. Good to be here with you today.
Good to be with you, Dom. Hit the wrong button there. I'm on the wrong side. Don't even know what I'm doing right now. I got myself all out of whack here.
Yeah, so it's the Oberlin-Turnbull countdown to tip-off. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family-owned, family-focused. Pretty exciting game here. A league matchup on a Friday night, always fun to be at, always fun to watch, and should be a good game between two pretty evenly matched teams.
Yeah, the Bears are going to be a little bit shorthanded tonight with Kingston Cito out of the lineup, which is probably too bad for our crowd. You know, you like to see your top scorer on the floor. He always brings a little bit of excitement to things. So see who steps up for the Bears here. And on the other side of the floor, you've got the second leading scorer in the league in Charlie Wood from Swanton, the 6'9" senior, comes in averaging 21 a game and 11 boards, so he's got a double-double. So get a chance to see some good talent tonight and see how that plays out.
Yeah, and we'll cover more about this pregame after this break. We'll be back.
Discover top-quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top-quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, since 1922, we've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family owned, family focused.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Welcome back out to the Golden Bears Sports Network. And before we get with our team previews, we're going to take a real quick thank you to our sponsors. Today's game is brought to you by the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veteran Services of Williams County, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Krill Funeral Home, Starks Plumbing and Heating, and Thiel Supply Center. Last time these two teams met was February 16th of 2024. Swanton defeated Bryan 48-42 in a real close game, and that was one of those close games in the league last year that Bryan had in this very long league game losing streak.
One of the heartbreakers. The Bears played well over at Swanton last year, just not able to finish out. Did a nice job against Wood last year. Probably a lot of the same game plan here. Try to play behind, double down, and dig as much as they can, get the ball out of his hands as much as possible. We'll see how the Bears defense goes tonight.
Yeah, and Carter and Charlie are going to be the matchup we're going to talk a lot about in this game. Both kids have started 4 years of varsity. They've played against each other since they were freshmen, so they kind of know their way around each other, and we're going to definitely see how they'll compete against each other today. All right, now we're going to take a look at Swanton.
All right, Swanton Bulldogs come in at 10-9 on the year, 2-3 in the NWOAL. Bruce Smith in his fourth year, 54-31, averaging just over 53 points a game, giving up about 52 a game. That kind of makes sense with a 10-9 record, a pretty even for and against right there. Shooting 55% from inside the arc, 35% from outside, just 60% from the line, averaging about 27.5 boards a game, 12.5 assists a game. And like I said earlier, 11 of those boards a game coming from Charlie Wood.
Yeah, Charlie Wood is going to be a person we're going to talk a lot about today. We'll look at their previous 5 games. Last game was at Archbold. They won 46-42. Before that, lost at Defiance 41-59. Beat Delta 49-48. Beat Fayette 54-34. And lost to Liberty Center 43-52.
Yeah, looking over their schedule today, the one thing I was impressed with, there's a win over Evergreen and 2 wins over Delta. So they've got quality wins. Being a team that's just over 500, they still have 3 really good wins on their schedule. And I think they started out something like 5-1 or 6-1 before they went on a little bit of a slide earlier in the year.
Yeah, definitely a team that compete with a lot of these teams in the league. Now let's take our look at Bryan.
We see it, the Bryan Golden Bears first-year head coach Jacob Parker coming in at 6-13, where the Bears are overall still looking for that first league win now, I think, into a 5-year drought, and that can end any time. Tonight it would be no better night than any other night to find a way to end that, get the goose egg off the board in league games. Come in averaging 48 points a game, just about 49 points a game, giving up 56, shooting 40% from the field, 29% from three, 60% from the line, 25.6 rebounds, 10.6 assists a game, and a big hole in the lineup with leading scorer Kingston Cito out tonight. Cito averaging 17 and 5. He's got 33, second on the team, 33 three-pointers on the year, second on the team behind Gavin Jessing's 34. So that's a big chunk of offense lost for the Bears before we even get started.
Yeah, now let's take a look at their previous games. 5 games ago, they were at Van Wert, lost 36-53 at Liberty Center. After that, lost in a real close overtime thriller, 65-68. When they went to Fairview, had a real great team win, won 59-43. Went to Evergreen played them here last Friday. They lost 52-79, and then on Saturday they turned around and played at Bath, lost 43-61. Been a tough stretch of games. Obviously, they got a good win there in Fairview to kind of keep that losing streak from happening or continuing, but just on a couple of games that they wish they could have played a little bit better in.
Yeah, a little bit up and down. I've lost 4 out of the last 5, but played well in a couple of those ball games. A tough weekend last weekend. Evergreen just did everything right last Friday night, hit every shot they could take, played great defensively, frustrated Cito and Jessing, and then they went in a long drive on a Saturday down to Lima Bath. And the whistle wasn't in their favor. It was just a lopsided game down at Bath on Saturday night. So the Bears are probably eager to be back on the court to get that taste out of their mouth.
Yeah, and let's go pull up the NWOAL standings, as there are some implications for the league tonight. Patrick Henry is playing Delta at home tonight. They win that game, they will clinch the league outright. Evergreen, Delta are still sort of in the hunt, but they got to win out, and Patrick Henry has to lose out for them to even get a share. Bryan sits 0-5 at the bottom of the league, and Swanton sits 2-3 right below Archbold at the bottom of the league, second to last. So this is a game that Bryan feels they can win. Swanton is a team they feel like they can compete with in the league, especially with the league standings. So definitely going to be an interesting one here.
I think it's all about the start. We'll talk about keys here in a minute, but if the Bears can get off to a good start, if they can find ways early to keep Charlie Wood from getting on a roll and establishing himself in the post, then I think anything can happen.
Yeah, we're going to take a real quick break, and we'll be back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Welcome back out to the Bears Den. Let's get you the keys to the game, brought to you by Carling Company Realty and Auctioneers. The Carling Company Realty and Auctioneers have been your hometown real estate company for over 45 years. They have consistently remained #1 in Williams County and the surrounding areas since 2007. Call us for all your real estate needs. All right, we're going to start with the keys to the game for the Bryan Golden Bears.
All right, well, the first one there is challenge the offensive rebounds, keep Swanton off of the glass. Good rebounding team, the length of Wood. We'll see how much the freshman, 6'3", Hazelman plays, a good rebounder also. So keep Swanton off the boards, limit second chances. If they miss, we got a board. Limit turnovers. I think we could probably leave that on for every coach in Northwest Ohio for the game that we do. That's going to be one of the 3 keys. Yep. You're not going to win a lot of ball games if you don't take care of it, and that has been a bit of an issue for the Bears here lately. And then they're going to have to play good team defense. That's probably going to be reflected early when we see somebody behind, somebody digging, trying to find different ways and different looks to throw at Charlie Wood in the post.
Yeah, and from what I've heard talking to some of the players and to Coach Parker a little bit, is we're probably going to see some double team on Charlie Woods a lot of the game. So that's going to take a lot of communication, a lot of movement, especially on off-ball defense.
Yeah, you're going to have to try to find a way to make that young man uncomfortable every time he touches the ball and makes someone else beat you.
Yeah, now let's take a look at the keys to the game for the Swanton Bulldogs. And this first key they kind of already got figured out. Luckily for them.
Yeah, Kingston Cito will not be on the floor for the Bears tonight. So that will keep him from going crazy like he did at Fairview. So that probably makes Coach Smith feel a little bit better about his game plan coming out tonight to see him in street clothes. Keep Bryan's perimeter shooters from living on the arc. You know, Landon Bassett and Gavin Jessing specifically, those two. Bassett had a huge night a couple of weeks ago at Liberty Center. Gavin Jessing's got a really good stroke. He's shooting over 40% from the three-point line. And then the same thing. Take care of the ball, limit your turnovers, make sure that your possessions are ending in shots, and you're finding a way to make sure you protect the basketball as much as possible.
Yeah, they're definitely going to want to stop, like you said, Landon Bassett and Gavin Jessing, but also Mason Welling's going to be one of those guys who can shoot the ball, has not shot the ball well recently, but is definitely something that's in his repertoire. Let's take a look at our game officials. Game officials are sponsored by Tri-State Vision Center. Tri-State Vision Center has been serving the area since 1977. Contact us at either our Bryan or Montpelier offices for all your eye care needs. Our officials for tonight's game are Clarence Labiche, Thomas Walker, and Jarrett Williams.
I'm glad you had to pronounce that one and I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't even look until I heard you pronounce that.
Yeah. All right, we're going to stay here for the national anthem, but Mr. Arnold, what are your final thoughts before we get this thing tipped off?
Well, I think it's going to be interesting to see what the Bears do here. Offensively, you got to fill a void. It looks like Hunter Muehlfeld is going to fill that fifth starting spot for Coach Parker tonight and see what the plan is early against Charlie Wood. Can the Bears frustrate him enough that it gets Swanton out of their offense, gets them uncomfortable, they're not able to get the shots that they want out of their offense, and then Bears have got to make buckets. No turnovers. You got to limit turnovers as much as possible, run a solid offense, end every possession with a good shot, and we'll see where we go from there. And if you can find yourself in a ball game in the third quarter going in the fourth, then I think that confidence will just build from there.
Yeah, we've seen this Bears team have some struggles and pressure, but they've also shown to push through in some of that pressure situations. So it's something where they can just hang around and just never let off, and they're in there.
You got 5 senior starters on the floor tonight. One of them started 4 years, one started 3 years. So it's time for that experience to show up a little bit in a league game.
Yeah, we're going to take this down to the floor as we get our national anthem. There was your national anthem, sponsored by the Veteran Services of Williams County. All right, so we're going to get a starting lineups here. Starting lineups are sponsored by the Allie Held Herman Memorial Walk/Run. Mark your calendars and lace up your shoes for the 5th annual Allie Held Herman Memorial Run and Walk on Saturday, July 19th, 2025 at the McDonald Ruff Ice Rink. Let's start with the starting lineups here for the Swanton Bulldogs.
Let's make today's contest great and remember to respect the game. Thank you. Now to meet the teams. First for the guests on the scoreboard, the Swanton Bulldogs. Starters for Swanton, number 2, Brady O'Shea. Number 4, Giovanni Ruiz. Number 23, Evan Reinhardt. Number 33, Adam Lemon. And number 55, Charlie Wood. Varsity coaches Bruce Smith, assisted by Tori Villanuevos, Jeff Coder, Russell Bacon, and Dylan Worley. Go ahead, Brian, and get up for your Golden Bears. At a guard, a 5'10 senior, number 1, Mason Welling. At a guard, 6 foot senior, number 12, Hunter Mufeld. At a forward, a 6'3 senior, number 14, Gavin Jessen. At a forward, a 5'11 senior, number 22, Landon Bassett. And at a forward, a 6'1 senior, number 32, Carter Dominic. Varsity coaches Jacob Parker, assisted by Chad Bassett, Casey Spitnall, and Mo Zuber. Gentlemen, let's play ball.
There you have it. There's our starting lineups as all the kids trying to rush back to their seats after high-fiving the Bryan guys, and we're getting ready to tip this thing off.
Student section always shows up early. You might want to make sure they get their favorite spot, and then they all run back to try to get it a second time.
Yeah.
The hierarchy of where everyone sits.
Yup, and now we have Gavin Jessing taking his first tip off of the season, going up against 6'9 Charlie Wood. Ball's tipped, Wood will win it, and he'll give it to O'Shea. Evan Reinhardt will take it up for Swanton, and they have Hunter Mufeld having his first start on him. They're going to try to find Wood down low, throws it too high. Mufeld gets the board, and he'll give it to Bassett. Bassett driving down the court now. He's going to kick out to Hunter Mufeld. Mufeld to Dominic. Dominic drives with his left, kicks it into Jessing. Jessing gets the ball tied up from Lemon there. Lemon gets the steal. And now Swanton's got the ball again.
Almost a little too unselfish by Carter Dominic. I think he had the shot, but he tried to find his teammate Gavin Jessing on the other side and got tied up and lost the ball.
Here we see early that double team there on Charlie Wood. And Mason Welling ends up getting that ball. I think Hunter Mufeld had that rebound as well. Welling will kick it up to Jessing. Jessing finds Mufeld down low. A little bit of pressure, gets it back to Jessing. Jessing to the top of the key to Landon Bassett. And he'll get the offense rolling.
Both teams in man-to-man here. You saw Swanton's first possession. They tried to go to Wood. Bryan's first possession and this possession. Try to get Gavin Jessing going, and that'll work right there.
Yeah, Gavin Jessing with a great right-handed layup. A great play there, a little bit of wee action. Got Gavin Jessing open on kind of a body screen. And that's the first 2 points for the Bears. We see that matchup that we talked about, Carter Dominic and Charlie Wood. That's what we're going to be talking about all night. And good job there. Gavin Jessing gets the steal as Wood was getting double-teamed, trying to find Ruiz down low. Bass will take the ball up. He'll give it to Jessing, the best three-pointer on the Bears. Can't get it to fall. But Hunter Mufeld, great hustle play. He gets the offensive board, trying to find an option here. He's going to dribble it out, but they're going to call him for the offensive 3-second rule.
Yeah, got stuck under the basket. It was, you're right. Great hustle, good rebound. Boy, the Bears got a good look right there. Jessing trailing on the break.
Yeah.
I was watching him in warm-ups. I don't know that he missed a three in warm-ups, so he's feeling pretty good coming in.
Yeah, best three-point shooter on the team with a 42% on the year. So definitely something that's going to be part of their game plan.
Swanton not yet able to get a touch for Woods. They're going to have to try to get one here.
Yep. Welling guarding up top. Woods going to try to, looked like he was going to shoot a shot from the three-point line. Decided to not go for that, and he'll give it to Reinhardt. Reinhardt drives with his left. Tries to kick it to Ruiz. Ruiz bobbles the ball, and they're going to say he went out of bounds with it. Brian Ball. So there we have it. 3 turnovers already by the Swanton Bulldogs. Is not something they want to see right off the bat.
No, not really doing a very good job of taking care of the basketball on that end for Coach Smith's squad.
Bass will take the ball up. Both teams putting heavy pressure on the half-court press. Bass is going to look to shoot, decides not to, kicks to Welling. Welling's three-point shot off the back iron and rebounded there by Adam Lemon.
Nice little set play right there, running Bassett off of a flare, and then Welling off a little bit of off the pinch.
Wood there had a shot down low, hit the front of the rim, and a rebound by Adam Lemon, gets fouled, and he'll get 2 to the line for 2 Welling Construction free throws. Free throws sponsored by Welling Construction, a third-generation family-owned general contractor for quality custom homes, renovation projects, and commercial work. Contact us at 419-636-3712. Lemon's first free throw is good. You can already see Wood is a little frustrated to start the game. That double team that Bryan's been putting on them has forced 2 turnovers from him already.
Yeah, they got him to shoot a fadeaway from the baseline. I think you'd live with that all night if you're Coach Parker and his squad and his staff.
Yep. Second free throw from Lemon is good. Score is 2-2. Good little screen there. Give and go to Gavin Jessing. He'll get under the hoop, and a great basket by him. And that's exactly what the Golden Bears need, is for Gavin Jessing to have one of those token games that we've seen him have so many times in this gym.
Yeah, nice shot with him staying with that after it got poked away, and then a great finish with the left hand coming up under the basket.
Swanton here just passing the ball around the top of the key. Trying to find something, but good defense here by Welling and Neufeld. Screen gets set on Neufeld, double screen. Shot here for Reinhardt, and he drains it. They're going to say that's a 3.
Looks like he might have had his toes on the line, but good action by them, and first made field goal for Swanton.
Yeah, good little setup play. And we're going to run the exact same play to Jessing that we just did, and they're going to call a travel on him. He tried to look for the backdoor pass to Dominic after everybody collapsed on him, but called the travel before he even got there.
Yeah, I think he had it. A little bit more of a jump stop, a little more under control with that bounce pass, and that was pretty good action for the Bears. Just couldn't finish it.
Yeah, we're seeing this man-to-man with a little bit of a double team on Charlie Wood. And it looks like Swanton's trying to get him a little bit out of the post now, and they're having him set another double screen there.
And that's a good counter by Swanton. If we're denying taking him away, having him set ball screens forces the defense to decide if they're going to help.
They're going to find Wood down low. Now we got double team on him, and a missed shot there by Lemon. Ball scrambles around. Landon Bassett gets the rebound. It's a 2-on-3. Landon Bassett driving to the hole. Little step through, and Wood blocks that one. But Neufeld gets the rebound, gets a little bit of ball poked away, and Dominic ends up with it. He's going to pass it out to Bassett. Bassett, the three-point shot from the left side, and he makes it. That's another thing the Bears are going to have to do today, is have Landon Bassett making three-point shots.
Great hustle there by the Bears, keeping that ball alive. Good find by Carter Dominic. Better finish by Landon Bassett. Huge night 2 Fridays ago at Liberty Center.
Yep.
And that would be a huge boost to the Bears if he could have another offensive night like that.
Good look there for Swanton for Ruiz, but he can't get it to fall. Jessing got the rebound, and the Bears are pushing back up the floor.
Really good check out and rebound by Gavin Jessing.
Dominic with the ball at his hands. They might try to see if he can work on Woods here. He's going to shoot. A little bit of pressure there, no way to get it. And he gets the board. Bobbles around Ruiz and Dominic. Woods kind of all on top of it. Swan ends up with it. And now it's a 3-on-2 if they want it. They decide to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, the Bears got lucky there, I think.
They will definitely take a three-point shot over a layup for them as Reinhardt misses his. Sorry, O'Shea misses his. Mason Welling take the ball to the court. They'll give it to Dominic for the three-point ball. It's in.
And that's another bonus for the Bears right there. Carter Dominic hitting from 3.
Yeah, if they can get him the ball outside the perimeter, Charlie Wood's perimeter defense has been one of his weak spots on this season, and definitely something the Bears are going to look to take advantage of.
Yeah, that's not where he wants to be. He doesn't want to be defending 20 feet away from the basket.
O'Shea's three-pointer falls. Good close out there by Mason Welling. Gets it over his hand. Main stop scoreboard reads 10-8.
Yeah, good answer right there. O'Shea saw the last one, and then he knocked that one down. Really nice shot. Good answer.
Welling finds Bassett. Bassett pump fake. Bassett back to Welling. Welling's three-point shot. It's good. And Mason Welling hits a 3. And the Bears are starting to heat up a little bit from behind the arc.
3 for 5 already from behind the arc. And Welling's only hit 7 on the year, just his 8th. But once you see that thing start going in, get a little bit of rhythm, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, he hasn't had very many shots, but he's starting to find some of them.
And I like the Bears' offense the last 2 times. Guys that stepped in, no hesitation, stepped into their three-pointers, knocked them down with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, they're going to need confident shooting here as Reinhardt works on Neufeld. Neufeld does a good job containing him here. Ruiz finds Wood down low. Wood tries for the shot, can't get it. Dominic gets the rebound, and now they're going to try to push the pace. Dominic gets the ball by himself. He's got a mismatch. They're going to say it was blocked there, a tip by Wood. Carter wishes he would have gotten a whistle there, but no call.
Yeah. Good job attacking him. I thought that's a pretty good job by Carter Dominic. Hoping for the whistle, didn't get it. Bears, nice job transition defense getting back on the other end. I think I saw earlier Wood has 85 blocks on the season, 87 now with the 2 that he's added tonight.
Yeah, but that's something they're going to want to do is try to get the transition ball, try to get down the court quickly because he's not going to get down the court as fast as Carter is, just with that size advantage. Ruiz finds Lemon down low. Hunter's arms are straight up, but they're going to call a foul. And that's going to be another thing we're going to have to focus on in this game is Hunter Meefeld's defense. He's been a very good role player for the Bears and stubbing in on defense, but he does sometimes struggle. I can say this because I've played soccer with him my whole life. He does struggle to control his body just a little bit, and sometimes we see some fouls out of him. But he's done a really good job of keeping his body under control as the first Welling Construction free throw is good for the Swanton Bulldogs.
3 for 3 from the line for Adam Lemon. He comes in just averaging 2 points a game, so it didn't take long to get past his average on the night. All on free throws.
Yeah, we're going to see, as commentator curse right there, thank you.
That's what we were hoping for.
Yep, so we see Dominic and Mufeld come out. We're going to see the 2 Tuckers come in, and we'll see what they can do now here as Miller's going to get the ball. It looks like Brian's going to hold. Maybe not. Landon's telling him, hey, let's get going. They might be holding up for the last shot of this quarter here. But so far, a pretty good quarter for the Bears.
Well, I was going to say, I thought they got away with a double dribble there, and they didn't.
Yep, just unlucky. I think Mason was just trying to.
Little unforced error right there.
Yep.
Just lost the handle as he was approaching Bassett.
Yeah, we have 21 and 3 subbing in here for Swanton. That is Logan Young and Isaiah Bulliard. And then out is Reinhardt and Lemon. So a different look for both Swanton and Bryan. Young.
There's the freshman Hazelman now is on the floor for Swanton. Coach Smith said they were not the same team in the 6 games he was out with an injury. And they lost, I think, 5 of those 6.
A little bit of a confusion here, almost a 5-second call by Goose Miller. Good defense there.
Really good defensive possession by the Bears right there, forcing an ugly 3 at the end of the quarter. Great start for the Bears.
Yeah, good quarter for the Bears. We're going to take a real quick break, and then we'll be back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we understand that family is at the heart of everything we do.
Being family-owned and family-focused is not just a slogan for us, it's a way of life. We walk alongside you during life's most challenging moments, providing a guiding hand and a shoulder to lean on.
With heartfelt care and attention to detail, we tailor each service to honor the life and the memories of your loved one. We treat you like family because your journey is our journey.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Welcome back out to the Golden Bears Sports Network. Tom Malanga, Mr. Arnold on the call here as we start the second quarter.
You could say Brian. You don't have to say Mr. I get called a lot worse than Brian and Mr. all day long, so those two will be perfectly fine.
A little bit of a fadeaway shot there for Carter Dominic. Can't get it to fall. Mason Welling does a really good job to get that hustle, rebound. Jessing ends up getting it. Landon Bassett's going to try to work here. Double teamed. We're going to
creative, great finish there by Landon Bassett.
Really good step through there. Pump fake, get 2 guys to jump, and then draws the foul and gets the layup. Really big play there by the senior.
And that whole thing was started by Mason Welling. Great job with the tap out on the backside. Didn't get checked out, tapped that out, kept the ball alive, and then Landon Bassett with a good finish.
Yeah, now Landon Bassett will be shooting a Welling Construction free throw. Welling Construction is a 3rd-generation family-owned general contractor for quality custom homes, renovation projects, and commercial work. Contact us at 49636-3712. Landon Bassett's free throw can't fall. Woods will get the rebound. Now Swanton to get the ball. Main stop scoreboard reads 15-9. Always open when you need them. You're always near a main stop. Don't forget Thirsty Thursday every Thursday. A little bit of a push off there on Mason Welling from O'Shea, and he's going to knock down the 3. And let's see. See, the ref said blew the whistle, said my bad. Just forgot to reset the fouls. So
Gotcha. Yeah.
Points are still good, and Miller will take up the ball here for the Bears.
That's 2 threes from that corner for Brady O'Shea. It feels like every time someone visits our gym, they've got at least one guy who loves to shoot the three.
Yeah, I think it's a running joke here in my friend group is that whenever they play Bryan, the guy they've never seen on the scouting report ends up going berserk. So we'll see if that's going to be O'Shea for them tonight.
Yeah, hopefully not. It feels like probably the last handful of games that I've done here for our boys, someone from the other team walks into our gym and shoots like they live here.
Yeah. I'm sure your son Jake wishes he could shoot like he lived here some nights.
Yeah.
Especially on that rim down there. Tucker's going to get it down to Mason Welling. Mason Welling's pass stolen away from Woods. We'll see Woods. Mason, what a great hustle play to get the ball tipped away. And that's going to end up being Swanton's ball, but what a great hustle play by Mason Welling right there. Gets the ball stolen away, hustles back, and Charlie, who's probably looking to dunk there, ends up getting the ball stolen away. And now they got to run a set piece out of bounds.
I'm sure his eyes were getting pretty big thinking about what he wanted to do once he got to the rim. Mason Welling, good hustle play there to poke it away from behind.
Woods fakes the three. I don't know if that's in his repertoire, but we'll see. We might see it today.
Didn't see anything on the stat sheet for him from there. Holy moly, yeah, that's got to be offensive.
Yeah, they're going to call a charge as he put his entire body force into that.
Yeah.
That might be a textbook shoulder tackle right there.
Yeah, there wasn't much doubt about that. I know Coach Smith isn't going to like it, but, man, there's no doubt about that one.
Being as close as I am with Carter, I know that's one of his favorite things to do when he plays Woods is try to draw that charge. It really gets in his head, really frustrates him, and it's a great momentum thing for the team as well.
You talked about it before we came on. These two have been playing against each other for 4 years now besides junior high. They know each other better than they would like to know each other at this point and each other's games.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be happy to never see each other again after this game. Welling's going to take the ball here at the G. Gets a screen from Mufeld. Trying to work here. Passes the ball up to Dominic. Dominic going to get a screen from Jessing. Kicks it back out to Jessing. Jessing guarded here by Ruiz. Ruiz back to Dominic. Jessing back to Dominic. Dominic going to work on.
After those first two, boy, that's a tough shot.
Yeah, good shot there by Carter. Gets a tough layup made. And now he's got 5 on the night.
He's not been afraid to go at Charlie Wood. I was going to say, after those first couple possessions, 3 or 4 times, easy touches for Gavin Jessing. Ruiz is not leaving Gavin Jessing's side every trip down now for Swanton.
Yeah, they ran the same play back-to-back for Jessing. He got points both times, and definitely something their coach probably said at the end of that first quarter. As Woods is going to turn the ball over again. I think that might be his 4th or 5th turnover of the game.
Great poke away there by
Welling finds Jessing in the corner. The 3-ball, bang!
There it is.
And that's going to be a timeout from Swan. That's a really good play by everybody there on the Bears. It's a great team play. They're going to take a 30-second timeout. We're going to stay here. Timeout sponsored by S&S Directional Boring. Don't let old water line or broken sewer laterals give your home an unexpected timeout. Unsure if you have lead water lines, call S&S Directional Boring at 419-630-0726. Just a really good sequence there for the Bears.
Really good start to the second quarter. Came in with a 13-9 lead, stretched that out to 20-12 now, and it's been good offense. Bears now 4 of 6 from three-point range, really shooting the ball well from outside, but I think the biggest thing right now is the frustration they're causing for Swanton. Swanton already with 6 turnovers. As you mentioned it, Wood's getting a little frustrated. He's turned it over a couple of times. When he's had it, he's had a ton of company. There's nothing down here where he catches. It's clean and easy. So a little bit like what we talked about beforehand. Make him uncomfortable all night and find a way to stay in that defense and stay in his head.
Yeah, and Swanton will get the ball here. We're going to set a screen on Mufeld. They'll get a switch off here. A little bit of a miscommunication there on defense. Ruiz is going to get a 3-point shot. He can't get it to go. Jessing, another great job getting an offensive rebound, and Carter's taking the ball up the court. He's going to find Goose in the corner for a 3. He gets it to fall. And now we're seeing some guys we don't normally talk about scoring, and they're getting their names on the scoring sheet tonight.
No, catch it, shoot it in rhythm, a lot of confidence. Miller's second 3 of the year. Coach Smith did not have that on the scouting report, I guarantee it.
We're going to see a 3 from Wood. He won't get it to fall. And Neufeld gets a rebound. And
I feel like that was a little bit of a frustration shot, forced that quick.
Neufeld tried to get a little bit tricky there with a pass to Dominic. Gets it poked away by Wood. And they're going to say it's Swanton's ball, I think.
Baseline official said it was off of purple. The guy on the side went to talk to him about it, but they're not changing the call. So I think we got away with one right there. It looked like Hunter lost it out of bounds, but they're going to call it off Swanton Bears ball.
Carter Dominic looked to shoot, decided
he thought
not
about
to.
it.
It's interesting. We don't normally see this out of Dominic, but I think they like the matchup of him having the ball at the top, playing the point a little bit.
Well, you pull the shot blocker away from the rim, too. If they're going to play that tight with Wood, you keep him away from you.
Really good job by Mason Welling as he tries to find Hunter Neufeld. Really impressive there. A little bit of good ball handling skills and good vision to find Hunter. Just can't get the shot to fall. And they're going to get Hunter with a foul there. Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be on Miller on the backside.
Yep, they'll give it to Miller.
I tell you what, if Hunter Mulefeld's three would have dropped right there, I think Coach Parker might have walked out the side door and headed to the lottery station. But the Bears were in rhythm, and they shot it in rhythm.
Yeah, good job creating shots here by the Golden Bears early. Neufeld guarding Reinhardt here. Reinhardt going to give it to O'Shea. O'Shea finds Wood down low. Wood double teamed. Can't get the layup to fall. Reaches over, can't get a rebound, and Neufeld will get the rebound. And that is very uncharacteristic of Wood there. I know he's getting double teamed, but that's a really high percentage shot as he steals away from Dominic. Now Swanton on the fast break.
Nice hands by Wood there. Look like a perimeter defender.
Reinhardt finds O'Shea. O'Shea can't get a shot to fall. Miller gets the rebound.
I like this too. Slow down just a little bit. Got a little hectic there for the second. Nice job slowing the pace down a little bit for the Bears. You've got a lead. Maybe you can burn some clock.
Dominic trying to work there on Wood a little bit, decides to pass it back out to Miller. Miller will find Welling. Welling working on O'Shea. Welling driving in. He's going to kick it out to Neufeld. Neufeld back to Carter. We're seeing a lot of good passing and moving, trying to move Swanton, trying to find an open, high percentage shot here as Dominic's going to take one to the hole. He's going to get hacked. No foul called. Really good job by Miller getting the rebound. Gets it to Jessing. And a hustle play by Hunter Neufeld gets 2 points on a rebound. And another timeout from Swanton. Let's see what they call here. Just a really good play by Hunter Neufeld getting the rebound.
Great hustle play, and then right back out of his hands. Saw the shot blocker coming, went with the left off glass. Great finish by Hunter.
Yeah, it's a full timeout, and we're going to take one with them. We'll be back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Tom Turnbull of Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. We are family-owned, family-focused, caring for families for over 100 years.
It's great working with family. The relationship we have with one another allows us to focus on your family and help guide you through the planning process.
We focus in on your family's needs to make sure that everything is done the way that you and your family want.
Right now, our family wants a Golden Bear victory.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Welcome back out to the Golden Bear Sports Network. We got the boys basketball game between Bryan and Swanton. Main stop scoreboard reads 25-12 as Bryan has been on a hot streak as of late.
We have 5 new Bulldogs on the floor after that timeout. Coach Smith said, you know what, I haven't enjoyed what I've watched, so let's try it with 5 new guys. So he's got his starters on the bench. Got a couple of the extra, his 6'7" guy on the bench, and it's 5 new guys out here on the floor right now. See what they can do. Bears with a 13-point lead, biggest lead they've had in a while, probably since the night at Stryker or it's the Fairview game. So really good offense for the Bears here right now as they've got Swanton in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah, I think their coach saw what Coach Parker did with a bunch of new guys on the floor, and he said maybe we can try that and it'll work for us too. We have Drew Coder, a sophomore, taking the ball up here for Swanton. He's going to try to work on Miller. He's going to find Young. Young trying to work on Welling. Gets poked away by Carter Dominic, but they're going to say they got him on the arm there. And that'll be Dominic's first foul of the game.
I want to say, if nothing else, they're being aggressive, and that's 2 fouls on the Bears in this possession, where this group is playing some spacing and looking to attack the basket a little bit more without Wood in the post. They're playing that 5 out and looking to attack, forcing the Bears to defend dribble drive.
Yeah, they gave that foul to Welling, my bad, and they're going to call a travel there on Young, and another turnover there for Swanton.
7 now on the night for Swanton.
Coach Smith is not happy at all. as the Bears are going to get another possession here with 2 minutes left on the main stop scoreboard. Miller's going to find Carter at the high post. He's going to work here on number 15, Carson Lemons. He's going to have it played away. Can't get it to fall. Landon trying to get the rebound. He does. A little bit of a contact there. They're going to end up calling a jump ball. And it's going to go to Swanton. Really good job there by Landon, though, forcing it to be a jump ball. You got a little bit of contact there on that putback. No foul call, but.
And in all honesty, there's only 1:47 left here, but right now Coach Smith has all 5 starters on the bench. Bears have got to make this work for them. They've got to stretch this lead out. They need stops and go, Take advantage of the fact that Swan's a little bit flustered right now. Coach is frustrated, players are frustrated, make a run at him.
Missed shot there by Bolliard. Bassett's going to get the rebound. Minute 30 left here in the court, left in the half. Yeah, like you said, if they can get two possessions worth of points here, stretch that lead out a little bit more, that's a really comfortable lead going into half.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Bears attack. Gavin Jessing, I guarantee that's a mismatch. You wanted Tucker Watson to cut to the basket, and Tucker faded more towards the corner. Yeah, that's back-to-back turnovers for the Bears against the backups from Swanton, and this is an opportunity here we don't want to give away. And now there's just 1:16 left.
Yeah, Jessing, it looked like a little bit of a miscommunication there between him and Tucker, and just unfortunately turns it over. Now we got number 5 working here on Carter. That's Connor Mitchie. Coder will pass it to Bolliard. Bolliard back to Mitchie. Young gets
you can see this. You can tell this is a group of subs. There's really no one out here who's thinking, boy, I really want to shoot the ball.
Yeah, Young tries to
good
find
backside
shot.
Rebound right there.
Really good job by Carson Lemons, the junior. You know, I thought he was brother to Adam Lemon for a second, but one's got a Lemon, one's got Lemons, so that's not the case. But Carson Lemon's really good putback there, and he'll get the and one for his Welling Construction free throw.
I could be right, I could be wrong, but if my stats are right, that was the first rebound of the quarter for Swanton. Not offensive or defensive, first rebound of the quarter on that putback on the backside. And again, would like to see the Bears stretch that lead out a little more with those starters on the bench, but we haven't been able to capitalize on the other end, and that's 3 points for Swanton there to get themselves, at least get their legs underneath and a turnover and a bucket. So that's 5 now with this second group on the floor for Swanton.
Yeah, now they're putting some pressure on here. That was the sub. Owen Hurst came right into the game and got 2 points right away. I'm sure he's not going to complain about that one.
That looks like a genius move by Coach.
Yeah.
Just like to see the Bears attack here a little bit. This group's playing with some energy, this second group from Swanton, trying to give a spark, and they have got it back to an 8-point game from a 13-point lead by the Bears.
And Bassett working here. He's going to drive, try to get a basket.
Good decision.
He's going to get the layup and a really good high percentage shot there by Landon Bassett for his 7th point of the game. 3 seconds left on the main stop scoreboard. A long 3, and it falls, and that's just killer for the Bears. But still a very good first half by Bryan. 27-20 is your score. We'll be back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
One in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The Health Class Film Guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Welcome back out to the Golden Bear Sports Network. Don Malanga, Brian Arnold on the call. And a pretty good first half of basketball here at the Bears Den. The Bears lead 27-20, but really the last part of that half was overshadowed by Swanton scoring a couple easy baskets late that I'm sure Brian wishes they could have back.
We had that at a 13-point lead. Coach Smith called timeout, yanked all of his starters, puts his bench on 2s and 3s. And from that point on, I think it was 25-12, and they went on an 8-2 run to finish up the half and cut that lead about in half from 13-7. So not the way you wanted that to go. And I think the story of that last part right there was turnovers. Bears have turned it over now 9 times. They had a couple of those possessions when they had a chance to expand the lead. And just in the way things have gone, the years that we've had, unfortunately, in league basketball, you don't want to get into that feeling of, here we go again. We had an opportunity. We were in a great spot. Instead of being able to expand a 13-point lead, it got cut in half.
Yeah, and that's not something you want here, especially with how well Bryan was playing. You see some of these guys that you really haven't seen much of or heard much of at all this year taking a little bit more of a role with Cito being out. Some of those guys like Hunter Mufeld, who's played phenomenally both on the boards and scoring for the Bears. And then you look at Tucker Miller knocking down a 3 in that game, and then Landon Bassett and Gavin Jessing both playing really well. And you can't count out Carter, who has 5 points by one of the best defenders in this league. So a really good half by the Bears, but it stinks that you got to be like, oh, what could have been if we had just played a little bit better in that last 2 minutes of that half.
Yeah, and the upside is you still have the lead. It's still a 7-point lead. You played really well. Like you said, you've gotten guys come in off the bench that have scored that are pluses. It's some unexpected points from unexpected places. So that part you got to feel really good about. You got to feel great about your game plan against Charlie Wood. Everything you've done has frustrated him. Everything you've done has kept him under control. He comes in averaging 21 points, and he's got a goose egg at the half. You tell any coach that you're going to hold a leading scorer, 21-point-a-game scorer, to a goose egg and a half, they're going to take that all day long.
Yeah, so you got that stat. Let's see what other stats you got for us.
All right, so we'll go team stats here first. We'll go on the Swanton side. For the half from 2, they are 2 of 8. From 3, 4 of 10, so that makes them 6 of 18 from the field. They're 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 3 of 4 for Adam Lemon. I said he came in averaging 2. He's got 3 in the game. I only have Swanton for 6 rebounds. There's a good chance I may have missed 1 or 2 in there, but 6 rebounds, 2 of those offensive, and 7 turnovers. Scoring for them is pretty balanced. Brady O'Shea's got the 2 threes for 6 points to lead the way. And then threes are wild after that. Carson Lemons with 3, Isaiah Boyard with 3, Evan Reinhardt with 3, Adam Lemon with 3, and then a 2-point bucket for Drew Coder off that steal and layup. On the Bears side of things, they're shooting 6 of 11 from 2, 5 of 9 from 3, so 11 of 20 shooting 55% right now in the first half, and 5 of 9 from 3 is huge for the Bears. Only been to the free throw line 1 time, missed that free throw. I've got us for 17 boards, 5 of those offensively, been really active on the boards on both ends, executing game plan, hard on the defensive end, and then being aggressive on the offensive glass. 9 turnovers, a little bit more than what you want at this point, and I think that had a little bit to do with allowing Swanton back into it there at the end of the half. Scoring-wise, good balance for the Bears. 7 for Gavin Jessing, 7 for Landon Bassett, 5 for Carter Dominic, 3 for Tucker Miller, 3 for Mason Welling, and 2 points for Hunter Mulefeld. So the Bears up 27-20. And like I said, I think there are some things. You can nitpick anything here and there, but you got to be really happy if you're Coach Parker with the way the game plan has worked out to this point.
Yeah, and you talk about those turnovers. That's something I'm going to highlight because I feel like a lot of these games where we've been in the whole game, one of the biggest things that have held us back have been our turnovers. You look at the game against Liberty Center, leading by 3 or 4 with a minute left in the game, and they turn it over, and then they cause it to an overtime loss. A lot of these guys haven't been in the circumstance where they've been up. So it's got to be taking care of the basketball, doing the right things, but continuing to keep the foot on the gas and continue to keep pressure up. And I'm sure we're not going to see any let up here from the Bears.
No, and I really like that 3-point number. That's kind of been an Achilles heel for our boys basketball program the last 3 years. Is not having, we've had a couple guys that can shoot the 3, but not a lot that step up and shoot it consistently. And the way basketball is played anymore, you've got to be able to put 3, 4, if not 5 guys on the floor that can at least make the defense come out and defend. And we saw that in the first half. Coach Smith was concerned about our shooters on the arc, on the perimeter. He wanted to run us off the line. So where was their defense? Their defense was extended out far. So then we had the dribble drive. We had the kick. And when we kicked, we had guys knock it down. Jessing hit shots, but Tucker Miller did knock down a shot. Carter Dominic knocked one down. Mason Welling knocked one down. Bassett's got one. Jessing, you got 5 guys for the Bears who have hit threes. You know, that's a really good offensive night for us. Now we just need to find a way to continue that limit those turnovers in the second half and just value the basketball and, like you said, play with a lead. Can we handle playing with a lead?
Definitely. Well, we're going to get back with out-of-town scores and some halftime adjustments after this break.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan Built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan Built.
Discover top quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Welcome back out to the Golden Bears Sports Network. Let's get you, let's just take a real quick thank you to our sponsors. Today's game is brought to you by Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull, Funeral Home and Crematory, Veteran Services, Williams County, Andrews, O'Neill and Lowe, Krill Funeral Home, Starks Plumbing and Heating, and Field Supply Center. So, Mr. Arnold, what are your halftime adjustments here for? Let's start with Swanton here. Your Coach Smith, what are your
Well, I think you said an interesting thing. Or what does Coach Smith do? Does he come back with his starters because his bench came in and gave him a little bit of a spark right there at the end? I would imagine there's a little bit of a conversation in the locker room there with my first group. They kind of saved your tail there at the end. They helped cut that lead in half. They got us back to a little bit of get our legs underneath us. So we're going to see that first group again. We're going to see the ball go into Charlie Wood early again and try to find a way to get the big man going, because you're not going to win a lot of ball games if your 21-point-a-night guy has got a goose egg. So I think we're going to see them pounded inside to him. I would imagine they're going to make some adjustments against the Bears' rotation. It's an automatic double with a rotation to the backside block, and they've turned him over by it's been an automatic for the big man when he catches on the block. When he gets doubled, he turns and looks opposite block, and we've intercepted that pass. So we'll see if they make an adjustment, maybe go inside out and try to find O'Shea for a couple more shots. And I think if you're the Bears, you do what you've been doing. I don't think you change that double. I don't think you change anything about your rotation. You see what Swanton's going to counter with, and then it's just a matter of play with the lead and take care of the basketball. We talked about it at the beginning. I think if you can limit your turnovers, if you can find a way, they've got 9 right now. If you can finish this game with 15 or less, you win this basketball game, because our offense has been good. So if our offense stays good and end with good shots, we're going to win the basketball game. If we give them extra possessions, if we don't value the ball, then we're going to have a lot of trouble holding on to this lead.
Yeah, so let's take a real quick look at our out-of-time scores brought to you by WNO and WQCT. No one covers Williams County sports like 100.9 B-Rock, and follow the Bryan Golden Bears all season long on Q 96.5. Listen on air or online at WBNO, WQCT.com. You got any real quick scores for us? Well,
that's this guy next to me. I don't know about this guy. Yeah, we got some out-of-town scores real quick. At the end of 3, big league game tonight, PH handling Delta 67-36. In the WBL, Defiance is leading Bath through 3 quarters. At the half, Wayne Trace is beating Edgerton. Ayersville's beating Antwerp. Paulding leads Fairview. Also from our league, LC is leading Evergreen 36-29.
Really good job there by Carter Dominic getting the shot blocked and getting the rebound. Wood just got 2 blocks back-to-back there on the offensive board for the Bears as well. But a good little find there from Ufeld early, and they're still going to challenge Wood down low.
Yeah, the Bears have not been shy about going at him, which I think has been a good approach. That's 4 blocks for the big man, but they've shown they're not afraid of him either.
Really good set play there by the Bears. Unfortunately, Bassett couldn't get it to fall.
I like that offensive move. Again, he's shown that pivot move a couple times tonight and got himself looks.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping we'd see the turnover here. They're going to say, yeah, turnover, another one there. So the ref said he might overturn the call.
You see them run the set right there. Ruiz on the block-to-block screen for Wood. This doesn't need overturn. It went right through Charlie Wood's hands.
Yeah, they're going to talk it over here. We see Dominic having a little word
Coach
with Coach Smith there.
Coach Smith's trying to ask Carter to tell the ref that he touched it.
Carter will not admit that ever. I know I've known Carter for so long, and if I know one thing, it's he will not give the refs anything.
No, and if you know something else, if Coach Smith keeps talking to him, he's going to keep talking to him. We'll have to break these two up just so we can play the game again.
and that's going to stay with Bryan. We'll get a little bit of a cheer from the crowd. And that'll
I think that was the right call. That was just a missile that was fired through the big man's hands as he tried to come off that block-to-block screen by Ruiz.
Yeah, and another turnover there to start the half for Swanton. Bassett's going to try to work here on O'Shea. Jessing got Ruiz on him again. Jessing tries to find Mufeld down low. Mufeld back to Bassett. Bassett gets a little bit of pressure there in this left corner. He's going to reach through, give it to Mufeld. Mufeld to Dominic at the top.
And I would say this is where Coach Smith wants the change to be, is in his half-court man-to-man out of these starters, because it wasn't very good early. There's another block for the big man. Carter Dominic going right at him, can't get it to go.
Yeah, and it's something they want to do. Carter thinks he has the speed to beat him out, but Wood's just 6'9" build, probably 7-foot wingspan. It's real hard to get past him, even if you get 2 or 3 steps.
Yeah, because he takes the ball 1 step from the arc, and he's already protecting the basket.
Yeah.
See another change here for Swanton. They've got the freshman Hazelman out here with the first group.
Jessing does a really good job to get the rebound from a missed shot from Ruiz. They're going to push up the floor. Dominic has the ball in his hands. Not about shooting. He's just going to give it to Jessing.
Bears continue to force Swanton into making other people shoot the ball.
Welling sets a ball screen, can't get it. Dominic going to try to work on Wood again. Carter looking for an option. He'll find Mufeld. Mufeld drives to the hole. Not a great layup there. He wanted to get to the call there. No call there. Good defense by Hazelman.
That was good defense. You don't many times see a layup miss everything.
Yeah, and that's a matchup that I think Swanton wants, is Hazelman. Hazelman can guard Mufeld pretty well. Got that long, lanky build, and Hunter's long and lanky too, but just really beat him there. Going to find Wood down low. He's going to get double teamed, looking right out to Reinhard. Sorry, not Reinhard. Hazelman, and Hazelman will drain the 3. That's what we talked about, trying to find that extra pass, and you said Coach Smith put in Hazelman to start this second half and already making him pretty good presence.
Yeah, good impact there. The freshman knocking that down. Athletic Director Wade Hazelman's son. Freshman's had a really nice season. He was hurt for a few games, mentioned that earlier. Coach Smith said they weren't the same team, and you can see a little different look in offense there when you can go inside out to a confident shooter.
Carter trying to direct the floor, going to shoot on Wood, can't get it. Ball's going to scramble around, and then Reinhardt's going to get that rebound. Reinhardt's going to dribble it up the court. Jessing will guard him. Looks like they're still trying to find Wood down low. Wood gets the seal, and he's going to get an and one, and that's exactly what they want as Wood gets his first points of the game.
It's taken quite a while. We got almost 3 minutes into the third quarter here, but you finally get the first bucket of the night for Charlie Wood. He's been working hard. Nice seal on that one, and the help came a little bit late from Landon Bassett.
You know, we talked about Coach Smith taking all the starters out, but Bryan really only has 2 subs tonight. Not a lot of depth. So for them to give their starters like 2 or 3 minutes of a break, and that might be the difference in this game. And
you're right. You're right. Beside the fact that we weren't able to stretch the lead, they also got their starters a break going into the half, and that second group, those 2s and 3s that came in, were a huge spark. That's one of those things where you can look like you're being a little pouty or being, upset with your team as a coach, or if something like that works, you look like a genius that you did that for the last 2.5 minutes of the first half.
Yeah.
And the defensive intensity has been cranked up here by the first team for Swanton.
Yeah, definitely not my easy shots, as Welling has a really tough left-handed layup.
That was a tough runner. Good finish for Mason Welling right there.
We've been seeing a lot of confidence out of him today, both shooting and driving to the hole. They're really good. They're going to call a foul on Bassett, I think. They're going to say push.
Going to get a little bit of a bump on the baseline. 2 on him.
Not the worst foul for Bassett there, though. Not letting Hazelman get an easy lane to the hole.
No, kind of got beat on the closeout right there and tried to recover. Hip checked him a little bit along the baseline.
O'Shea's going to take it out of bounds. He's going to get to Reinhard. Reinhardt's going to get a screen from Wood. And Reinhardt's going to drain that.
We're seeing a little different Swanton team now here in the third quarter.
Yep, we're seeing a lot more intensity out of them, a lot more defense. O'Shea, Landon makes him fall to the ground. He's going to pass it to Dominic. Dominic, the 3-ball. Can't get it to fall. Hunter Mufeld tipping the ball around, can't get the board, and O'Shea is going to get the board.
The boards are definitely a different story right now in the third quarter. Swanton much better on the boards, complete defensive boards for sure, but their intensity has changed completely on the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're on a 6-2 run or 8-2 run right now in the half as Wood will get his put-back layup, and now they have the lead. 30-29 on the main stop scoreboard. Landon Bass going to take the ball up. He's going to run. He's going to get a little bit of a runner, and he'll get that to fall. And now
nice
another
runner,
lead
good
change.
finish. Nice strong off the glass finish there from Landon Bassett. Well, it's gone from 13-1. We didn't play well with the lead, but let's see how we play as things tighten up here.
Wood is heating up now, and that is the last thing you want if you're the Bears.
Yep.
As we got our third lead change in 10 seconds.
He saw a bucket go through, and then he saw another, and now he's seen another, and Coach Parker wants to try to cool things off here a little bit.
Yeah, they're going to take a 30-second timeout, and we're going to stay here with them. What has been the big difference right now so far for Swanton in this half?
I just think a change of attitude on the defensive end. Now those starters are back out there. Coach had his chat with them on the bench when he pulled them out. I'm sure that chat continued in the locker room. The intensity has changed on that end of the floor completely. And they were extending their defense anyway, but now they're keeping us in front of them. They're not giving us as an easy time to find shooters off of penetration. And then obviously the flip side is the 6 points that Charlie Wood has scored, because that changes the complexity of everything. In the first half, he wasn't a factor. You could defend everybody. You could chase shooters off the line. Now when you've got to be worried about him and you got to sag, and they've got guys knocking down shots from the outside, they've got 3 guys who have made threes, makes them a lot tougher to defend.
Yeah, that timeout was sponsored by S&S Directional Boring. Didn't let old water lines or broken sewer laterals give your home an unexpected timeout. Unsure if you have lead or water lines, call S&S Directional and Boring at 419-630-0726, and we'll inspect it for you. Justin's three-point shot, good. And that's timeout points there for Coach Parker as Jessing hits a 3.
Nice set play, the elevator play coming out of the timeout, and Gavin Jessing worked about as hard as you can work to come off of a screen and get himself open top of the key.
Shot for Hazelman won't fall, and they're going to call a foul on Swanton on the rebound. They're going to put that on. They're going to give it to 21. That's Isaiah Bolliard, his second.
Nice job on the backside there by Mason Welling. Good check out, got pushed from behind. Good chance here for Bears to try to build on that last possession, and I think a lot of things need to go through Gavin Jessing. Swanton's trying not to let him get too far away. Jessing can do a lot of good things if we can find the basketball with him.
We're going to call Landon Bassett on the travel there. He picked up his pivot foot, and that's just a turnover the Bears don't need right there.
No, first one of the half. The much better job valuing the basketball here in the third quarter. Landon just got a little off balance. I think he expected to run into the defender a little bit to settle himself, and the defender wasn't there, and he lost his balance.
We see Carter fronting Charlie here a little bit, trying to find a different look on offense.
Yeah, and Landon Bass is sagging hard from the backside to help.
Hunter hand in the face of Reinhard. Can't get the shot to go. Jessing gets the rebound.
Good strong rebound by Jessing. Forced Swanton into a tough shot right there. That's what, if the Bears can do that, they'll give that shot up all night long.
Let's see if the Bears are going to try to get back to this kind of mesh offense they've been running a little bit. Pass handoff as Dominic's going to get a lot of contact from Wood. No call.
Yeah, I think Carter wanted a little bit of contact on the wrist, but if Wood got a piece of that, I think that's 5 or 6 blocks now for the big center from Swanton.
Yep. I think Bryan's kind of settled back into their defense a little bit. It was a little bit shaky to start the half, but they've been doing a really good job as right there Hazelman's wide open for a 3. He'll get it to fall. And I'm sure that's something that Coach Smith told him at the half, because that's twice that they've done the same thing. And Wood isn't even looking to score at that point. He's looking for Hazelman right away.
No, that's pick your poison with the Bears. They're sagging Landon Bassett hard on the backside, off of Hazelman, trying to help behind on Wood, and that just leaves a shooter open on the three-point line. It's good offense by Swanton. But you got to choose. You're going to give up the 3-footer to Wood inside, or you're going to give up the 3-pointer to the shooter, and they're taking their chances with the shooters right now.
Neufeld will turn the ball over. Bassett does a good job to hustle, and they're going to say it stays with Swanton. But there's another turnover there for the Bears.
Yeah, and that's not where Hunter Muehlfeld wants to be. He doesn't want to be handling the ball up top. A guard's got to go find him and help him out up top on that.
Yeah, and we're going to see Tucker Miller here sub in for Hunter Muehlfeld. See a little bit of a different look with them. Another guy who can take the ball up the court.
The Bears are going to throw a little bit of a 2-3 zone at Swanton now.
They're trying to stop that shot, but there again, there's Hazelman, and he has 9 points in this quarter alone.
3 threes, about the same spot on all 3 shots. He's missed one from there, but he's made the other 3 all from that same spot. That stroke looks pretty good out of the freshman right now.
Bears are now losing 34-38 on the main stop scoreboard. They're going to hold the ball with the last 25 seconds left. Is a little bit of a jump there from Isaiah Bolyard.
Yeah, he tried to blitz Dominic when he wasn't looking, hopefully get lucky and poke one away.
14 seconds left here. Bears are going to try to get some points before the end of the half. Miller's going to take a shot, hand in his face. Can't get it to fall. Wood's going to get the rebound, 5 seconds left. Reinhardt's going to dribble, gets the ball poked away. He's going to kick it out. And no good there for Hazelman. His first miss of the quarter. And we're going to take a real quick break. We'll be back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan Built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan Built.
Welcome back out to the Bears Den here, as we're in fourth quarter is about to be underway here between the Bryan Golden Bears and the Swanton Bulldogs. Score is 34-38 with 1 quarter left to play, and this is really kind of fallen away from the Bears in 1 quarter, all thanks to Brady Hasselman.
Yeah, 18-7, the Bears outscored in the third quarter, and whatever was said at the half got the attention of the Bulldogs.
Really good defense there by Tucker Watson and Gavin Jessing. Tucker Watson got subbed in for Dominic at the break, and he gets a really good defensive stop on Wood. And then Gavin Jessing comes in from behind and blocks a shot without fouling, which I think is the most impressive part of all that.
Yeah, Lemon with a nice job on the offensive glass on the backside. Everybody's eyes are on Wood every time he gets it, and he came in from the blind side, got the offensive board, but Jessing poked it away. And then got a foul, got the third foul on 21, Isaiah Bolyard. But this is the end that matters here. Bears got to find Gavin Jessing. Gavin Jessing needs to touch it every time down the floor.
Tucker Watson tries for the post shot, cannot get it to go. Wood gets the rebound, and he'll give it to Reinhardt.
I just think Gavin Jessing is the Bears' key right now. He's been quiet after a really good first half. He had 7. He just has 10 right now. He's taken about 1 shot here in the second half, and offense needs to run through him. He needs to get his touches every time down the floor.
Mason Welling does a good job there to get the steal away as Bassett's going to get pressed, but Wood, another turnover for him. Landon, there we go, finding Jessing down low. He makes pump fake, makes them both miss, gets his own board, passes out to Welling. Welling pump fake, doesn't go. Gives it to Bassett. Bassett's going to drive here. Give it to Jessing. Jessing guarded by Lemons.
Jessing can beat him right there. That's what he needs to do, go strong.
He's going to get fouled hard there. They're going to call that on Wood.
He's too good of an athlete to allow somebody to guard him that close out on the three-point line. He's got to make the defender pay when he wants to get in his shorts that tight.
Yeah, and we've seen Gavin, that's where he likes to be, especially in some of those games we saw last year of him in his best games were him creating chances for himself. Gavin Jessing is going to go to the line for 2 Welling Construction free throws. Welling Construction is a third-generation family-owned general contractor for quality custom homes, renovation projects, and commercial work. Contact us 419-636-3712. Gavin Jessing's first shot is good. We're going to see Mason Welling and Tucker Watson out for the Bears, and we're going to see Carter Dominic and Mufeld back in. Jessing's second shot falls. And now it's a 2-point ball game with 6 minutes and 44 seconds left on the main stop scoreboard. Open when you need them. You're always near main stop. Don't forget Thirsty Thursday every Thursday.
Just the second trip to the line for the Bears tonight. Bassett was there to try to finish a traditional 3-point play, and then Jessing's 2. So 2 for 3 from the 3-point line or from the free throw line for the Bears. Swanton's only been there 5 times. That's kind of the way the whistle has been tonight.
Really good defense by Hunter. Arms are straight up, but they're going to call a foul on him, so that'll take Swanton to the line as well.
I think I talked him into that one right after I said we haven't seen a lot of free throws. We're going immediately back to the free throw line. And I think you're right. I thought the official said that Hunter brought his hands down, but I don't know that I agree. I thought he stayed pretty straight up with that all the way through.
Yeah, I could have seen if they would have called that a block, but And that's the 7th point of the game there for Evan Reinhardt as he gets his first Welling Construction free throw to fall. Second one falls as well. We're back to a 4-point game.
And some full court pressure now out of Swanton. Force the Bears to handle the ball. That's probably a good decision.
Yeah.
At least make it tough to inbound. Put a little pressure on the first guy to get the ball, and then it's a quick retreat back into the half court.
Yeah, obviously don't want to put too much pressure on them. I feel like we've got a little bit of speed. But Landon Bassett's going to try to make something work. They're going to call a travel on him again. It's two travels, two turnovers in this half for Landon.
Yeah, a little bit the same thing. Just kind of got himself out of balance there off of his spin move. He's really good with that spin move. He likes the spin move. Just lost his balance again with it.
Reinhardt will take the ball up here for the Bulldogs, guarded by Hunter Mufeld. Screened there by Wood, and now he's got a little bit of a mismatch. Carter does a good job to get back to his man, but Wood does a good job of fronting him. Carter does a good job of fouling.
He had him wrapped up a little bit around the waist there. But you're right, that's a good foul down low. He was buried down pretty deep. That was going to be an easy 2 points, so at least force them to inbound it again.
Yeah, that's a good thing that Swanton's been doing with Wood is they've been taking him to the top of the three-point line, making him set screens, and they're having to switch off, and Dominic's getting put off of him. And then there was a mismatch there for a little bit, and then when Carter just couldn't get back in time. We're going to call
another quick one there. Just the second one on Dominic, but the same thing. Third one here in the quarter. Same thing, he's pretty deep. If you can't get him off that block and move him higher away, or higher away up the line, or a higher away down the baseline, and make it at least a tough jump shot, you're in a bad spot when he touches it.
Yep. They're going to try to get a play there for Wood. Instead, Reinhardt will get a three-point ball, and he'll get it to bounce up and in and fall. Now it's a 9-point lead here for the Swanton Bulldogs.
Good inbounds play by Swanton. Fake the lob to Wood. All the eyes went to the rim, and Reinhardt snuck out to the three-point line, knocked down the shot.
Welling driving here. Jump stop. He's going to try to find somebody. He'll just give it back to Carter up top. Dominic will give it to Miller. Miller back to Dominic at the high post. Dominic will hand it off to Welling. Welling, the mid-range jumper, can't get it to fall off the back iron. And Lemon will get the rebound. Couple empty possessions there for the Bears back to back to back, and they really do need to get some points, and they can't let this one get away from them. Dominic's going to pick up his third foul in just about 2 minutes.
Yeah, now the whistle's getting a little heavier here. I think the Bears are getting a little bit tired defensively. It's hard to keep playing good defense when the offense isn't coming through on the other end. But you got to find a way. You're not out of this yet. It's just a 7-point game. There's still 5 points left in the game. And I'm going to go back to it. I'm harping on it, but I'm going to go back to it. We have got to make Gavin Jessing a priority at some point. He has got to get touches. We got to ISO for him. We got to run him off screens, whatever we need to do. But let him play down on the block and use his athleticism against Wood. But we've got to find ways to get Gavin Jessing touches.
Yeah, Reinhardt with his second free throw there made, and I'd be interested to see how many of his points have come from free throws. He's had a bunch of them.
4 of them this quarter.
Welling gets it to Bassett, Bassett to Jessing. Another interesting thing, that foul they didn't give to Dominic, they gave to Mufeld, so that's Mufeld's fourth, and he got subbed out, and Bassett came back in for him. So already short-staffed, and now they got another kid in foul trouble, not what they want. Dominic's going to take a long three, can't get it to fall. Wood will get the rebound. Mason tried to get a little bit of a poke there. I don't even know, he got up pretty high with how high Wood was holding that, but.
A little bit of a push.
Here we see Wood has been a lot more confident in the post, sealing Carter, and we're going to give the ball to O'Shea. O'Shea pump fake and gets it through the fall. Really good job there to make Gavin jump.
Yeah, good offense right there by Swanton. Kick opposite has been good. That time to O'Shea, earlier to Hazelman. So Swanton has figured things out here in the second half, opened up a double-digit lead.
Yeah, score is now 36-48, and we'll be back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we understand that family is at the heart of everything we do.
Being family-owned and family-focused is not just a slogan for us, it's a way of life. We walk alongside you during life's most challenging moments, providing a guiding hand and a shoulder to lean on.
With heartfelt care and attention to detail, we tailor each service to honor the life and the memories of your loved one. We treat you like family because your journey is our journey.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
Welcome back out to the Golden Bears Sports Network. Golden Bears are trailing 36-48 after a really, really good third quarter there by the Swanton Bulldogs.
18-7 outscored the Bears there in the third quarter. So far this quarter, it has continued. Right now a 10-2 advantage in the fourth quarter, so a 28-9 second half so far for Swanton has completely reversed that good start that the Bears had about halfway through the second quarter. A little bit later, 13-point lead is swung to a 12-point deficit. So Bears have got a little bit of work to do. There's still 4 minutes left. They were doing good things defensively, but we got to make things work down on this end of the floor.
Yeah, we're going to see, like you said, I'd really like to see Gavin Justin get involved here, get him some looks, but he's been guarded pretty well by Lemon this whole time. Carter's going to take a shot from the elbow. They're going to say offensive foul on 55, Charlie Wood. That'll be his second, or his third, team's third.
Must have been a little bit of a hold there on the backside. Try to knock down a cutter going to the hoop maybe.
Yeah, now we see Tucker Watson come in. Now we're playing with 2 posts. Could be interesting to see if we can try to get some work with Tucker Watson on a mismatch, except they got Brady Hasselman down there, who's just as big. Going to get it to Tucker there on the elbow. They're going to get to Carter down low. Carter trying to work on Wood. Wood is going to get, they're going to call a travel before they call the foul.
Better with the ball so far this half, just 4 turnovers for the Bears, but every one of them matters now. As you're chasing behind double digits, you can't afford any possession that doesn't end with a good shot.
Yeah, we're starting to see a little bit of a trap press here. Looks like it's going into a 1-3-1 maybe, or no, it looks like it went back
into man. Yeah, they just got to kind of force the action. You can't let Swanton walk it up right now, trailing and just 3.5 left on the clock.
Wood's going to set the screen. Dominic's going to sag.
Boy, Wood had great possession or good position down there. I can't believe they didn't give him a touch.
Hasselman's going to lose the ball there, and that's might be the break the Bears need to get back into this game. Right now, a 4-possession game, but with only 3 minutes and 8 seconds left on the main stop scoreboard, as they turn it over, it's going to stay there. But that's the last thing the Bears needed right there.
Yeah, just sloppy with the basketball. Not a good pass. Didn't get good control of it as we ran by. Need a little more patience there and wait for the second guy to come because the first guy was getting denied.
So Swanton will inbound the ball here. Wood did a really good job getting a steal. Dominic, even better job playing defense. Shot there by Reinhardt goes. Now with 3 minutes left, 36-51.
I know one thing. Other teams, visiting teams, like to shoot in our gym.
Yeah. Just another almost turnover there, and it does turn over. Oh, we called the timeout. Coach got the timeout right before that. It's a 30-second timeout. We're going to stay here with it. Just another.
Nice break for the Bears there. We'll take it.
Yeah. Really just a little bit more of another unforced error, just miscommunication. And there we go. Swanton's got 1 foul to give. Bryan's got no fouls to give. Bryan's got 2 timeouts. Swanton's got 1 timeout. But the only way this matters is if Bryan gets some points on the board.
Right.
First.
Right. If we don't score some points right now, not much of this matters. And Swanton shooting the ball extremely well. In the third quarter, they were 4 of 6 from 3, and in this quarter, they're 3 of 3 from 3. So was that 7 of 9 from 3-point range in the second half? That's tough to defend when somebody's shooting it that well, especially when you're kicking it out of a double from a 6'9" player that you're forced to double and defend that way. And Swanton has made us pay on those doubles by being able to knock down shots on the backside.
Yeah, so the Bears got 2 minutes and 45 seconds to try to get something going. Now down 5 possessions, so they're going to find Watson down low. He's going to try to work it and double teamed, and he's going to get fouled there by Brady Hasselman. So there's Swanton's last foul to give. After this, the Bears will be in bonus as well.
Well, I think they called that on Charlie Wood.
Oh, they
did?
I
agreed with you. I thought that was on Brady Hazelman on the reach right there, but they gave it to Charlie Wood, so he's got 4. That's at least a positive development for the Bears.
Passes 3-point air ball. And a turnover there.
Good hustle by Mason Welling, not able to get a handle on it. Bears got to stay up and force the action a little bit here now.
Timeout there by Coach Smith. And we will take this one with them. And we'll be back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Welcome back out to Golden Bears Sports Network for some boys basketball action. Swanton's going to get the ball real quick. Charlie Wood misses the first dunk, gets the second one. I don't even know if you can call it a dunk, a little bit of a rim grazer, but gets it to fall. 36-53 now with 2:07 left on the main stop scoreboard.
Got some tired legs here in the fourth quarter, make it a little bit hard to do that, I assume. I've never had the problem of having to worry about it.
I know. I shouldn't even be saying anything because if I'm jumping, I don't even know if I'm touching the net at this point in the fourth quarter. So
yeah, I'll take one of those all day. But just, again, Wood with the deep catch. And there's nothing Carter Dominic can do about that. When you get a good post player who can get you buried down deep like that on his backside, there's just not much you can do as a defender that doesn't end up in a foul and put him on the line.
Yeah, and Evan Reinhardt gets his first foul of the game, and it'll take Landon Bassett to the line to shoot two. Landon's 0 for 1 so far. And his first foreign construction free throw cannot fall. Haven't had very many chances to go to the free throw line, and we haven't really taken much advantage of it either.
No. It's just this will just be the fifth free throw of the night for the Bears.
Gets his second long construction free throw to fall. Got a couple of the subs in now for Swan. Actually, just one. It's Logan Young is in. Bears are going to try to trap here. They do get a trap. Reinhardt, they're going to call a foul. Let's see what they call. I think they're going to call a block there.
Again, the reach Bassett. There on Landon Bassett. When Bears had him where they wanted him in the trap right there at half court, I thought maybe Coach Smith might have to burn a timeout.
He did yell for a timeout, but they called the foul before it got to it. So now instead, the best free throw shooter so far tonight for the Bulldogs is back to the line. His first One Construction free throw is good. One Construction is a third-generation family-owned general contractor for quality custom homes, renovation projects, and commercial work. Contact us at 419-636-3712. His second one can't fall.
That was a good one for you. You talked him right into that.
Yep.
Called him the best free throw shooter and got him to miss.
I'm glad you knew that was my goal. Landon Bassett gets a layup to go there. Scores 39-54, just probably not enough time to make something happen. They're going to call over them back there. I don't know if they'll call travel over them back or what they'll call. They're going to give him a travel.
Pick one there, I think, yeah.
Yeah. It's a good day to be a ref. You just put your hand up and say, I got something. You can call either one of them, and you're probably right.
Let's just take it the other way. Nobody wants to watch that. First made field goal of the quarter, that last trip with Landon Bassett's field goal, and just the third of the half made field goal for the Bears.
Landon Bassett's runner no good. Tucker Watson will get the rebound, put it back up over Wood, and he'll get it to go. So now a little bit of life, but just probably not enough time left for the Bears to do anything really monumental.
No, 70 seconds left in the game and a 13-point deficit. Take a miracle at this point for the Bears, and you're going to have to get up and take some balls away from Swanton. They got away with a couple.
Yeah, we're going to see if they're going to try to foul or if they're just going to try to play good defense. Wood has the ball in his hands, and now it looks like they're going to call for the foul with 43.5 seconds left to go and bonus, and once again, not the guy they want to foul.
Yeah, he's ending up at the line again. This will be his 7th and 8th free throws just of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, maybe he'll have some free throw fatigue as he shoots his first One Construction free throw.
To ice that elbow down.
First one, nothing but net. I tell you, the commentator curse only works when you don't want it to.
Yeah. And that's a quiet 18 but the 4 threes add into that quite a bit. He's got 4 threes, and now he's got 7 free throws. So pretty impressive night for that young man. Comes in averaging 11, just a sophomore. He goes out with 19 points under a minute to go in the game.
He's a real good soccer player as well. Mason Wallen will try to find Tucker Watson. He'll take a deep 3, no good, off the glass, and if you're the Bears, it's probably just about over.
Yeah, I wouldn't think we'd see a foul this possession. Maybe just play good defense and boom, hope for a turnover. Just about got one.
Yeah, and 18 seconds left, and still good defense by the Bears, not giving up on it, but that'll be it. Swan will dribble out the clock, and that'll be it in the game. Your final score here at the Bears then is Swanton 56, Bryan 41. And just the tale of two halves there for the Bears. Like we said, right before the half, we kind of gave up some points, and we just continued that the rest of the way through the game and ended up being up 13 and ended up losing by 15. So just some tale of two halves, like we said. We're going to take a real quick break, but we'll be back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover great job skills training at Northwest State. With over 50 different programs available, there is something for everyone. Providing hands-on training and education is the community college advantage.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Since 1922, we've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Welcome back out to the Golden Bears Sports Network. Your final score was Swanton 56, Bryan 41, and that is another league loss there for the Bryan Golden Bears. Just a tough game there, especially towards the end of it.
Yeah, that's frustrating, I know, for Coach Parker and for the players, for everybody that's involved in the basketball program that have watched the boys play. You know, these last 5 seasons now where the Bears have been chasing that league win, another game, double-digit lead in the first half, executing the game plan on both ends of the floor. And really, I think, as hard as it is to believe, because you don't anticipate a time where the opposing coach is so frustrated, he calls a full timeout, yanks all of his starters and sits them for the last 2:30 or 2:40, whatever that was in the first half. It feels like it was at least 2.5 to 2:40 of the first half. And not only do you not grow your 13-point lead, it gets cut to 7 by some scrappy kids coming in off the bench, and that was the spark. And I think that's the gamble you take as a head coach. You do that there, and probably your intent and more as a coach is, I got to shake these guys on the bench up. Well, he shook these guys on the bench up because the guys who went down the floor didn't say, boy, coach is so mad he's even playing us right now. Yeah, coach is upset. We need something. This is a league game that we came here intending to win, so let's go do what we got to do to help out. And those guys can feel really good about that. That 4, 5, 6 guys who are the back end of the bench came in, gave the team a spark. A couple of those guys never got back on the floor, but got offensive rebounds. It was Carson Lemons, number 15, had a big 3-point play in that off of an offensive putback, got fouled. And then you had the other one, Drew Coder. Picked our pocket off of full court pressure right there, picked our pocket, laid it in, and that was a 5-point quick little spurt right there. And all of a sudden the momentum of the first half was where we were playing well, we were getting what we were wanting, we were defending everything. The other guys came in off the bench and gave a quick spark, and everything flipped from there. The script completely flipped on the Bears from that point on.
Yeah, and you talk about those other guys. A lot of times those 4th, 5th guys on the bench, they're playing, I got nothing to lose, right? I'm going to take the shot because you know what? I'm already not playing very much. What's he going to do, pull me? I mean, I don't – like, exactly. Like, you have that mentality, like, what do I have to lose? And that's kind of what that Swanton team needed, was that mentality, like, we're already losing. What do we have to lose? And
right.
They did a really, really good job of getting this game back in reach for them. And then I think I also think just a lack of depth there for the Bears is what really hurt them in that second half. They got really tired, and like we said, we kind of brought up a little side to that was that their starters, all 5 of them, got a 2-minute and 30-second break before the half. They come out fresh legs, ready to go, and that's when they really pounced and really didn't look back after that.
And Coach Smith may never do that again, but by God, tonight he looks like a genius because he did get his guys off the floor. He got them a rest going into the 10-minute halftime break, and he didn't like anything he was seeing out of that group, and they completely got to just basically delete the first half in their heads, restart the second half, and they got some quick ones out of Wood right away, and then it was just the barn door open there, and the Bears were in a lot of trouble. So stats-wise here on the game, we'll look at some really, really torrid shooting for Swanton. Just 5 of 18 from 2, but 11 of 19 from 3. And like I said earlier, they had 4 guys knock down 3-pointers. And of those 4, 3 of them knocked down multiples. 2 for Brady O'Shea. You had 4 for leading scorer Evan Reinhardt and 3 for Brady Hazelman, all from about the same spot in that third quarter when they made their run. So 11 of 19 from 3, so 16 of 37 from the field overall. Got to the free throw line 13 times and made 11 of them. Ended up with 19 boards, 5 offensive. I still think the Bears did a fantastic job of controlling the boards for the most part, and they ended up with 12 turnovers. Individually, led by sophomore Evan Reinhardt. We talked about him. 19 points. He had 3 at the half. He had 6 at the end of 3. So he had 13 points in the fourth quarter. Then we had a couple of guys with 9. Freshman Brady Hazelman had the 3 threes in the third quarter for his 9. Brady O'Shea, the junior guard, had 9 on 3 threes. Had 8 points out of the big man, but the Bears were able to hold Charlie Wood well under his 21 points a game average. Just 8 for him, all 8 in the second half. And then 3 from Adam Lemons, 3 from Isaiah Boyard, and 3 from Carson Lemons I just talked about, and the 2 from Drew Coder for the Swanton Bulldogs. On the Bears side of things, 10 of 26 from 2 and 6 of 16 from 3. So 16 of 42 from the field overall. Only got to the free throw line 5 times. And I think, too, Dom, a little bit of that is only 4 made field goals in the second half. They had a 3 and a 2 in the third and a couple of 2-pointers in the fourth, and then 3 free throws to go with it. So you were looking at whatever that lead was, 27-20, I think, at the half, and the Bears go on to only score 14 more points after that. So you're not going to win a lot of ball games when you score 14 points in a half of basketball. The Bears ended up with 24 rebounds, 7 of those offensive, only 13 turnovers. I really thought, and I said it at the half, if they could keep their turnovers under 15, they got a chance to win the ball game, but that also requires when you don't turn it over, you got to get some shots to go down, and those two things didn't go together. Gavin Jessing and Landon Bassett, the senior tandem, both had 12 points for the Bears tonight, followed by Mason Welling and Carter Dominic. Had a couple more seniors. They both had 5 tonight. Tucker Miller hit a 3 for the Bears. Hunter Watson had a great putback with a 2 in that run in the first half for his 2 points, and Tucker Watson got a bucket late, and he had his 2 points. So that's the stats for tonight's ball game. I think the story of it is that hot shooting from 3 for Swanton, and then if you look at the offensive production and lack thereof, production from Swanton, lack thereof from Bryan in the second half, that kind of tells the story of how this game turned.
Yeah, and I just want to say I was really impressed with Coach Smith and how he handled, that first half compared to that second. We saw a lot of really good defense by the Bears in the first half, really shutting down Charlie Wood. Like you had mentioned, a goose egg in the first half. And because of the double team in the trail, and Coach Smith recognized this, and he said to his players at halftime, instead of trying to get it to the trail guy, let's have Brady Hazelman go and be open on the 3. Nobody really saw him, and he got 3 wide open threes where he was able to set his feet and probably sit for 2 or 3 seconds before he even had to shoot it. And, at a high school level, most of those varsity guys are going to be able to make a shot like that, and he was able to capitalize on 3 of them, and that was really the difference in this game.
And it didn't go the way we wanted it to, but as a coach, you really appreciate seeing the counter to the game plan. So for the first half, you're right, we rotated to the opposite block. So I would assume, I have not seen Swanton film, I would assume that when Wood was doubled, his look was to look opposite block. But we picked that pass off 3 or 4 times in the first half. So then it became look opposite wing because we were dropping down. When help side was coming, rotate to the block. So then it was look opposite wing, and Brady Hazelman knocked down 3 threes like that. O'Shea hit one. Reinhardt hit one. So, yeah, you're right. You nailed it right on the head there. The adjustment by Swanton at halftime to go from when you're doubled, we want you to go block to block with it, to block to opposite wing was the dagger that Swanton needed to put the Bears away in the second half because Swanton was able to knock down those shots.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get a real quick couple ad reads. Let's keep up with all the Bryan Sports action by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Get notified when we go on air for each game too. Head to bryansports.com or youtube.com/bryansports and hit the subscribe button. Today's game is brought to you by Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veteran Services Williams County, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Krill Funeral Home, Starks Plumbing and Heating, and Thiel Supply Center. The next game GBSN is covering is Monday, February 10th as the girls host Wauseon in their regular season finale. And then we'll be right back on Thursday for the girls tournament game against Napoleon as well. Kind of a quick turnaround for them as well. Let's get a real quick thank you to our crew, Director John Dalrymple, cameras Haley Strine, Miles Northrup, Taylor Pells, and Zoe Jones, BHS Athletics, Nathan Keel and Teresa Kuzmal, Golden Bear Photo, Matt Neff and Stephanie Ponzak, WQCT Radio, Rick Armand Trout, GBSN Executive Producer Chris Malanga. This broadcast is produced by the Golden Bear Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any duplication or other use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of the game, without the express written consent of the Bryan City School District is prohibited. One final time for all of us at the Golden Bear Sports Network with Brian Arnold. I'm Don Malanga. Again, your final score is Swanton 56, Bryan 41. Have a great night, everybody.